I've often said that what we do as agents is very simple. We're not sending rocket ships to the moon. We're not doing brain surgery. We're helping people buy and sell homes. It's simple, but it's very hard. We're dealing with high emotions. We're dealing with high ticket items, sometimes complex situations or complex dynamics between buyers and sellers and family members. So it's a simple business, but a hard business. Sometimes we're faced with really difficult situations. One of the most effective ways to deal with those situations is to not be attached to the outcome. And you may say, wow, good for you if you can do that, but that's easier said than done. Rather than not being attached to the outcome, be committed to the outcome. If you're focused on your commitment to doing the very best job, your commitment to communicating at the highest level, your commitment to the deal getting done, the buyer getting in the home, the listing getting sold. That's a powerful place to come from. If you're attached to those outcomes, you're giving away your power. You're giving away your power to something or someone else. You're getting emotionally involved. You can't be objective. You can't be clear-minded. You can't be as focused and effective when you're emotionally involved in something. So don't be attached. Be committed. It helps you deal with those tough situations, those tough conversations much more effectively. The fundamental question every agent should be able to answer is, why should I choose you as my agent? What do you do that's different? You have to have an answer to that question. If you don't have an answer to that question, you don't deserve the business. Answer to that question is your unique value proposition. Now, there's no right one. There's not one that's better than another. You just need to have one. It might be your team approach. It might be your integrity. It might be your work ethic. It might be the way you communicate. It might be your being proactive versus reactive. Whatever it is, you need to have an answer to, why should someone choose you? Why should someone do business with you? If they're a buyer, what can you do that's going to give them an advantage over someone else? Is it that you're going to network, or that you do network to find properties before they come on the market? Is it that you're available because of the team that you have, so they're not going to miss out on properties, or they're going to be able to get into properties when they want, when it works for them? If it's a seller, is it because your team approach will allow them to get their home sold quicker because you have more resources to expose the property? Or if you're an individual agent, is it because that you have more ability to give all your attention to that consumer because you're not doing a whole bunch of other things or have a whole bunch of other clients? Whatever it is, have an answer to the question, why should they choose you? Or what do you do that's different? People ask me what my formula is for being the number one agent back in 2009, which for some of you is going to sound like a long time ago, sort of was. The formula was simple. I knew that I had to be as efficient and as effective as possible every minute of the day. So I created a lot of discipline around my schedule. I had a schedule and I did not deviate from that. I guarded it to the extreme, which means I was able to do more in the same amount of time that other agents worked, but accomplish a tremendous amount more. So my lead generation, my lead follow-up, never missed a day. Did that at the highest possible level. That kept the business coming in. As the business kept coming in, I had talented and great people around me to handle that business so that we could keep creating more business, provide a great service. The better service we provide, the more repeat and referral business, and it just keeps snowballing that way. But the moment that we take our foot off the accelerator and we aren't doing that lead generation, that lead follow-up at a high level, things start to slow down and they can decelerate just as fast as they can accelerate. In my book, Dominant Thoughts, we talk about things grow where our minds go. What does that mean? It means what we focus on expands. So what are we thinking about? What's our attitude? What's our approach? What are our expectations? Do we have a great attitude? Are we doing the things necessary to make it easier to have a good attitude? Is our approach where it needs to be? Have we prepared at the highest level? Have we practiced? Do we know our scripts? Do we know our dialogues? Do we know our presentations so that our approach is as good as it can possibly be? And then what are our expectations? Are we expecting a good outcome? Are we expecting good things are going to happen? Or are we saying they're not going to list with me? They're not going to answer. They're going to be mad I'm calling. They're going to hang up on me. We have to have the right expectations, the right approach, and the right attitude. If we do that, it's much easier to keep our mind in the place it needs to be to focus on the good things that we're doing and the good things that we will be doing.